fucking Christmas to me. Chris, if you're still alive, make a noise.
Everything fucking hurts.
Shit. I did not think you'd survive all that. I thought that immortality shit was fake. Fuck. I better get this cleaned up.
Come on, you son of a bitch. Get this fucking blood off my face. I swear to... There we go. Oh, hey guys. Welcome to Rooks Reviews. And I know. It's Christmas Day, and I am not reviewing a Christmas movie. And this is... Look, I'm just gonna be honest. Outside of Batman Returns and Iron Man 3, I have no tolerance towards Christmas, and this year it's just so terrible, and I just want to get this year over with. Since 2025, I'm just me personally, was a terrible year. I'll get more into that in my beginning of 2026 video, like my top 5, whatever. Anyway, on with the review. I really like this movie. And honestly, this is probably my personal favorite MCU movie, which you guys might know if you watched my top 5 favorite films video. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. This genuinely is my favorite MCU movie. I know this is not necessarily the popular pick. It's either The Winter Soldier or it's Infinity War. It's one of the Avengers movies, usually. But this one, for me, I love the political aspect of this movie. I love the conversations between Iron Man and Captain America on their moralities, on who's right. By the way, I'm on Team Cap. I've always been on Team Cap, and you can fight me on that one. Anyway, this movie genuinely makes me want, I don't know. I want movies like this in the MCU again. Genuinely. I genuinely want movies like this again. Movies that actually, have that personal stake, not just saving the world. And I get that you can't really do that in an Avengers movie, and that's perfectly fine. But I really want, solo movies to be like this again. And I genuinely want there to be more personal stakes in the MCU, but it's always the end of the world. Even when it's characters like Ant-Man in their recent movie, they were trying to save the world, and I'm like, why? Actually, characters like Ant-Man shouldn't be saving the world outside of an Avengers team-up. Anyway, I can go on a whole rant about that. But yeah, one of the things I really like about this movie is the conflict between Cap and Iron Man. And it actually makes you think, who's right and who's wrong. And also, I gotta say, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. He was a great Black Panther, and I don't see any actor being able to play T'Challa as well as Chadwick Boseman, even though eventually they're going to have to get another actor to play T'Challa, as much as I would hate to say it. I have only one major problem with this movie. This movie doesn't affect a goddamn thing in the wider MCU, and it really annoys me that this movie doesn't affect anything. The stuff with Tony Stark and his parents being killed by Bucky, that does nothing. It doesn't progress Tony's story. It doesn't add on to the consequences of what this movie should have. It really adds nothing but a final twist in the last minutes of the movie. And also, the Sokovia Accords also add nothing besides a couple of mentions. Actually, now I think about it, the Sokovia Accords did affect more than Iron Man's parents being killed by Bucky, because it does get a couple of mentions at least. But it genuinely annoys me that this movie does not affect the wider MCU as it should. I'm not the type of person that usually talks about comparing the movies to the comics or whatever. As someone that has read the Civil War comics, the Civil War comic, there was more stakes to it, and there was actually it actually affected the wider Marvel universe. This didn't, and it kind of disappoints me in a way. And I get that this movie was meant to kind of be a part of the build-up to Infinity War, but outside of one mention of the Sokovia Accords in Infinity War and the appeal bullshit in She-Hulk, it doesn't affect anything in the MCU at all, and it genuinely pisses me off that like this movie doesn't have any effect on the MCU. Anyway, back to the positives. I really do like Robert Downey Jr.'s performance as Iron Man, and I love Chris Evans' performance as Captain America. I know I keep glazing those two, but I really think it's deserved. Tom Holland's Spider-Man makes his introduction in this movie, and it actually is a pretty good introduction for the character. While I do have problems with the MCU Spider-Man films, as I've talked about in my No Way Home review, as you should watch, wink, 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 nudge, nudge, I do actually prefer this version of Spider-Man when he is a part of the wider MCU, when he's like interacting with other characters. Anyway, I understand that this movie isn't for everybody, and I do understand that this movie does have its problems. But overall, as a Captain America movie and as a movie, and I get it, people call this movie Avengers 2.5, but at the same time, this movie is genuinely I genuinely love this movie. I watch it again and again and again. This is one of the only MCU movies I will happily rewatch all the goddamn time. And sorry, I just really love this movie, and I do really recommend it. Even if you're not an MCU fan, I do think this movie is genuinely worth the shot. And because it's not just a Marvel movie. It's a really, really, really good political thriller. And honestly, just if you haven't seen this movie before, go watch the fucking movie. Anyway, the long and short of it is, I really recommend this film. That's it for review. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys.
You bloody fucking phone is fucking ringing, bastard! Listen now, you bloody...
What is it, Wario?
Jimmy escaped the prison.
What do you mean Jimmy escaped?
Some dude in green helped him escape.
Alright. I'll try and fucking find him. Fuck me. I tried to give you the easy way out, Jimmy. But obviously that ain't gonna be happening.
Rappel down to verify the body. Hey, Chief Wario, did you find the body? Yeah, he's dead. I'm gonna tell Isaac the great news. That's a nice cold can of...
You bloody fucking phone is fucking ringing, bastard! Listen now...
Yo, good news, Isaac. Jimmy's dead. So he's actually dead. Yep. And we've destroyed all the resurrection machines. Bye. Yes!